It's as if they get a kick out of doing it. It gives them life. It gives them, energy. You know. So we gonna get into that. Hold on one second. All right, let's see who's here. Long Tongue, King Dambo, Miss Tech Not Fancy, Why Me, True. Let's see, Shavash, Kizzos, One Nathan, Wanda, Endgame, Vern 85, Sheet Midas, Bon Miller, Yeet, 25 Kid, Sydney, I'm Him. Let's see, True. Yeet, Swag, Sparse, Abby, Ramir, Sean, Ednice, Gerald, Maurice, Nana, Shy, Ricky E, 245, Unpopular E, man. See, David, Shauna, Josh, Ali, Tana, Black Cat, C Square, Just Me. Make sure y'all like the stream too. Lights gotta get up, people. What's going on? Jeffy. See M Weezy. Limited consumption. Now, I don't know if this stream is going to be as high octane as last night's stream was, but I'm going to, basically we're going to do a lot of, I'm going to be speaking, but more so in more of a logical manner, not going to really just be going off unless somebody says something stupid, because you know how much I hate stupid comments, and I may respond. But other than that, I'm basically going to get to the gist of this and how I feel like this has become normal. It's become normal for women to do things like this.
Iggy might not have WAP. The box is trash, man. Shrugging, dark skin tone.
You know what? It could be. Giovanni, Edna, what's going on? The box could be trash. Who knows? But we cannot deny the fact that Iggy could have been with anybody, well, mostly, a man with a lot more than Playboy Cardi, but she chose to get with him because she has the mindset of a lot of these women, especially millennial women. They want to date the men they feel in their eyes are of higher value in society. And unfortunately, rappers are seen as those guys. Right? Now, let me see what the likes are at. I know we can do better than that. I believe better can be done. But last night's stream was fun, man. I really, because, you had the whole, weekend basically all, well, I did go live Saturday, but Monday was cool because, people, I got to challenge people, especially a lot of males. There are males, they don't like to be challenged. They don't want to be challenged intellectually. That's why they are limited in life. And they're still trying to figure women out. Instead of understanding the nature of women and dealing with it, they think that they can either ignore something or try to change them. That's not how it works. That's really not how it works. Yes, rappers. Yes, rappers. Look at how these women are dressing their sons. They're dressing their sons up like their favorite rappers. Don't take my word for it. Go and look for yourself on social media. Go look at who people you follow. Look at what they post. Look at what they post. They post themselves in the club or dress like they're going to the club. Okay, so don't take my word for it. Go look at your own the own people that you're around every day or know of. Go look at their profiles and look at what they're posting and what they value. Do they value a man in a suit that goes to work in an office every day? I mean, there are those that do, especially if you make a lot of money, but that in the mindset of a 30-year-old woman, she's not necessarily looking for that. But we're going to get into it. Now, I spoke about Iggy and her situation with Playboy Cardi, a guy who is 6 years younger than her. This guy is 6 years younger than her, and she expected him to step up and be a father to a planned pregnancy, which lets y'all know that these women really ain't thinking. When you're 6 years older than a guy, you've been in the industry for a little while, you should know better. You should know better. And let me tell you, all you need to know about what she did on social media is the fact that she posted screenshots of text messages where she literally says that she feels so happy that he chose her. This is a woman who's 6 years older than her, I would say, ex-boyfriend, baby's father. She's 6 years older than this guy. And she's talking about how she feels so glad that he chose her out of all the other women. She posted this. But then she getting on social media the day he drops his album. And people are saying that she tried to sabotage him. I wouldn't be surprised, right? And you go and you try to drag him through the mud. You tried to ruin his reputation if he had much of one. And you basically did what other women do on social media all the time that she has watched. Iggy has watched other women go off on their exes and babies' fathers all the time. And I don't know if she once thought that maybe one day she'd be in that situation. Maybe she didn't think she'd ever be in that situation.
For someone from Australia, she displays toxic behavior we see in the USA.
Right. Right, Andrew. And the thing is, she's been here for a while. I believe she's been in the States since she was a teenager. And I believe she was around Negro influence. She was around Negro influence, and she was heavily influenced by the behavior of Negroes. And you're 30 years old. You see how these women are, and you see the things that they go through. And for you to plan a pregnancy with a guy who'd rather play PlayStation than be at your side when you're going through, the birthing of this child, it just shows me that you like this. You want to feel just like those other women. You want to get your black card. You want to get your black card so bad that you're willing to go through all of this in order to be like all these other melanated women that you basically have acted like, according to them. Y'all can interpret it as she has or not. So you have to ask yourself, why would you plan a pregnancy with a guy who's not only 6 years younger than you, but you know that he's not prioritizing settling down? He's a rapper. He's in the early stages of his career. where he can gain the most notoriety. Now, the thing with the CV may have made him think twice, but it didn't make her think twice. And I also brought this up as well. I said, she may feel a bit salty because not only did he get with the side chick, but he has a rap career and she doesn't. Look at all her exes besides Nick Young. They've all been rappers. I believe she dated French Montana. She's now with Playboy Cardi. And again, I told y'all, I know when people hear me say, rappers are considered higher value by a lot of these women of today, these modern women, people laugh at that, but that's not something to laugh at. That's truth. That is absolutely truth. There are rappers that are seen as more higher value than men who go to work every day, either blue collar guys or guys who even work in offices that make very good money. They are not seen as more valuable. That's a fact. Look at how these women are raising their sons. Look at how they're dressing them. That tells you everything. And these women will be so-called educated. These women are so-called educated. But look at how they're raising their son. And Iggy has seen all of this. She's been in the States for a long time. She's seen all of this and she wants a piece of it too. These women enjoy getting on social media and dogging out their exes. And you could tell she's enjoying this. Putting out all these receipts. Dropping all these text messages that make her look bad. She looks thirsty. And this is the situation she has put herself in. And what's funny, in society, we always want to blame the men.
Just paying black taxes.
Thanks, D-Hawk. Appreciate it. Again, make sure that y'all like the stream while you are in here. She's putting out all these receipts. She's getting on Twitter and she's enjoying this. She's enjoying people talking about her dragging her baby daddy. I'm telling you, man, women of today are weird, man. They care more about getting a pat on the back and being told, yeah, get him. Yeah, he ain't this, he ain't that, get him. She's posting videos about the side chick getting kicked out the house. And it's like, if y'all weren't together, why would you care who he's with now? It's because you want to join in. You want those melanated women to cheer for you when you're going off on these dudes from what you have seen. What you've seen these women do. You want to join in on it. Because I don't think you're that dumb to plan a pregnancy with a guy who is not ready to be a family man, which is what she claims she wants. But there are a plethora of guys she could have gotten with who wants to settle down and have a family, who she has no interest in whatsoever. You have an interest in a rapper who's 6 years younger than you, who'd rather be a gamer than be a family man and be your husband. He not even trying to be your husband. He told you what he wanted to tell you so he can get that box. He says, yeah, let's do it. You want a pregnancy? You want a baby? I'll give you one. Because he wanted to hit it as much as he could. So he was willing to tell you whatever you wanted to hear. And it seems like you fell for it because all this bitterness is being shown. Now, she's not showing it today, but tomorrow could be different. You got the side chick coming out saying that she's not a side chick.
Why plan a pregnancy with a rapper or any man and you're not married? Karma is a trip.
Absolutely, Steven. Appreciate it, man. The other female is saying she's not even a side chick. She's the current girlfriend. But she knows she was dealing with that dude while he was with Iggy. These chicks be lying, man. They be lying. But this is the type of chaotic situation that these women find themselves in. But you know what? For so long, for so long, they have been able to blame us as men, right? They were always able to have that out. And that out is his fault, not mine. It's his fault. He's to blame. I'm not the one to blame. He made all these promises. This was planned according to you, right? He went along with it because he wanted to have relations with you unprotected. That's why. That's why he went along with it. You're posting text messages of yourself talk, basically confirming what we already knew. You chased him. He didn't necessarily chase you. I bet this dude probably was dropping, comments in her comment section or little heart emojis here and there. And I bet you she DM'd him first. Or maybe he DM'd her. And that was her opportunity to reel him in. And now you are a melanated female in spirit. Now you have a baby daddy that you could complain about. It reminds me of Tekashi 6ix9ine's baby's mother. She enjoys getting on social media, interviewing with. I just seen an interview she did with a YouTuber, almost a week ago, and I'm telling you, she's willing to talk to anybody about this dude. And it's like, at what point do you just move on with your life? It's clear that he wants nothing to do with you because he believes that you messed around on him. And he probably knows that it happened. I bet he has. It's been confirmed. Okay? I bet it's been confirmed. He probably knows the truth. You know he knows the truth. But again, it's all about the optics. You want to talk about how bad of a father he is. You want to keep that narrative going. You're a good mother. He doesn't want to see his kid. He doesn't want to see his kid because he feels like you betrayed him. He feels like you did him dirty. And if you keep doing these interviews, you're going to give him every reason to not want to be in his kid's life. I'm not justifying anything that may have went on in that relationship. But what I'm saying is this. These women do this because they need that boost of pats on the back. They need that. They want to go and make their ex's life miserable because they're living their life and not caring about them. They are not a part of their life. They are not a part of their life. They want to be jetting around to different states and jetting around to different countries if they can. They want to be living that lifestyle. They want to be that guy's number one girl. But they're not anymore. They've been sidelined for somebody else. And it makes these women feel some type of way. Whenever they see you as a guy who they desperately want to be with, that's why they try to trap you with the baby. It wouldn't surprise if Iggy tried to trap Playboy Cardi with that baby. But what I will say this though, it's with his consent because he must have consented to it in order for her to and him to have unprotected relations. And it seemed like when she had that kid, it seemed like everything at first was cool, right? But I think a dose of reality hit Playboy Cardi, and he realized, you know what? I really don't want to be in this situation. I need to leave. She wanted it, but he didn't. And this was her opportunity to be relevant again. And look, she has a look that guys are still going to follow her. They're still going to like her. They may even, want to date her. But when you look at her relationship history, the only stable relationship she's really been in was with Nick Young. Until Nick Young admitted or got caught on camera basically saying that, he's out here dealing with these other women like that. But she never really blasted him like that. The only dude that she's ever put that much energy into is Playboy Cardi, is because this was her retirement plan. This was her way of getting off the dating market and being a rapper's girlfriend. Being the girlfriend of a rapper, which, let's face it, a lot of these modern females want to be the girlfriend of a rapper. And if they say they don't, that's a lie. Come on now. And Playboi Carti's never going to be the type of family man that you want him to be. You need to move on. You need to move on. And I even did a video about how she admitted how she was ready to be a single mother. And then I think reality hit her too. Like, I'm going to have to raise this kid by myself. Yeah. This is what happens when you plan something that doesn't come to fruition. Now you are a single mother. You have joined the ranks of 70 other percentile of melanated women in this country. You've joined that illustrious group of women who are single mothers, but just in your grouping. But I think these women want, like Iggy, they want to have that same, they want to have that same like daily routine of getting on social media, doing interviews, talking about how the baby's father ain't this, the baby's father ain't that. When you chose this guy, you chose a guy who you're now going to be complaining about for 18 years. You know, that's that situation that she has definitely got herself into. What's good, Jaye? Shout out to everybody that's here. All right. Make sure y'all again continue to like the stream as we continue to talk about these dysfunctional heifers who are out here, especially these dysfunctional white heifers. We got to talk about these dysfunctional Caucasian heifers who are trying to be like these black females, and in every way now that they want to have like that black female energy, that black baby mama, single mama energy. Why they want that, I have no idea. Because their lives are boring. You know what's funny? The reason why I could never be envious of a Caucasian person is because they have no identity. Not all of them, but there's a certain percentage of them. They have absolutely no identity. So why would I ever want to be like them? They don't know who they are. They don't. They don't know who they are. And the thing is this. You have these Caucasian females who have really, they have a very boring life.
I thought Iggy wanted to be a single mother. I am confused. You got what you bragged about.
Well, basically, Link, yeah. She said that she was ready to be a single mother, but that was before she found out that Playboi Carti would rather be out here playing PS5 and screwing side chicks. That was before then. She probably thought it'd be a situation where he'll go and come back. She'd be the main girl. You know, it ain't working out. The plan has fell apart. Now somebody got to be blamed. Somebody got to be blamed for it. These Caucasian females out here, these modern day Caucasian females have no identity. And they see what black women do. They get on social media, airing out their exes, their babies' fathers, like it's been normal. They see that, and because their lives are so boring, they will go and date the same type of dysfunctional males and get the same type of results just so they can get on social media and join the sisterhood of women who have been wronged by their exes. So they can have something to complain about every day. They can have something to talk about at work. So they can have something to talk about to their siblings, to their friends, their online friends. They don't have no friends in real life. The only friends in real life are their family members. They have very boring lives. They see black people. Say what you want about us as black people. We always find something to do. We find something to do, whether we agree with it or not. We find some way to entertain ourselves. But a lot of these other groups don't. So they try to latch on and be a part of what's going on around melanated people. Y'all cannot tell me I'm lying, because I'm not. And listen, I'm not talking about all. I'm talking about these women out here who be like, I only date black guys. I only date black guys. Those types. Now I will say this though, Caucasian people, they seem like they live very good lives as far as finding something to do, whether it's like, traveling, hiking, biking, whatever, right? But I'm talking about these modern day Caucasian females who hang around way too many Negroes, and they get heavily influenced by those females. And they say, well, my life is boring. They want to be a part of something. So they will go out here and get into these binds, you know what I'm saying? And they do it for literally no reason. It's like, that dude has like 5 kids by 5 different women, right? This dude has been in and out of jail, and it's going to be it's difficult for him to actually get steady work. He's been accused of putting hands on his exes, and they will still go run into those type of males, knowing that they have been warned. They will go and deal with them anyway. And then have a kid by these dysfunctional males. Then complain about how he ain't doing nothing. How he ain't shit. He don't want to see his kids. Well, geesh, did you know that before you slept with him? Did you know that before you were booed up with him, taking photos with him, getting his name tattooed on you? Did you know that then? Or did you figure that out after the fact? There must have been something that happened after the fact. That must have been something that you realized that could happen. What's good, David? Make sure again y'all like the stream, man. The most unfortunate thing about this is that you have women who become single mothers. Like Iggy, right? This guy, he ain't looking for no family. He just looking to smash. This is a fling that went totally longer than it need to. Is they will use the children against these guys. You're not coming to see your kids. You dealing with that heifer? No, you're not going to see your kids. Like they try to use their kids as a pawn, which is wrong. You don't use your kids against the father. It's wrong. You would not want your mother to keep you from seeing your father. But it's a game that females like Iggy Azalea is playing. They're playing a game. And their game is to get the one-upmanship. So he comes back. To her. He dumps the side chick or dumps the new girlfriend and then go back to her. That's what she wants. And does that happen? I don't, sometimes it do, but then he goes right back to the new girl. You know why? Because the new girl ain't as clingy. I believe that Iggy Azalea is very clingy. Very clingy. And I believe it has cost her relationships. And it cost her this one. She literally put out a text messages speaking about how thankful she was that he chose her. She's a 30-year-old woman with a 24-year-old rapper. What do you think how do you think that relationship is going to work out with a guy who clearly he's a rapper who's focused on making music. He's focused on pushing himself. If you're going to have a child with the guy, have a child with the guy who's capable of leading the household and being a father figure in that child's life. I'm not saying that, Playboy Cardi isn't doing that, but you need to make sure that that man wants that you don't have to talk him into it. Because I'm sure that she had to talk Playboy Cardi into having it, planning a pregnancy. That's not something that he came up with. She basically said it was a joint venture. He said it was a joint venture. Never negotiate 18 years of subjugation, because that's what child support has become. It has become a bargaining chip for disgruntled females. That's what it's become, man. And I'm not saying this because I have some axe to grind with single mothers. I'm looking at what's going on out here.
Protect your seed, gents. It's the most valuable product. One good time for you is 18 years of income for her. You're the prize.
Thanks, Yeet. Appreciate it, man. These guys that understand that, especially if you have a lot to lose. Like, if you're making money and you have notoriety, it will be used against you. Your reputation will be dragged through the mud. They will take you to court to try to get more and more child support out of you. There's no reason a woman should go back to child support court for more money when the child is close to 18 years old. 50 Cent's baby mother tried to do that.
A whole lot of pillow talking. Tears of joy. Tears of joy.
Thanks, Lil Light. Whatever that means. But appreciate it, though. Now, this thing, hold on, let me make sure this ain't buffering. Okay, we good. I thought I was seeing a little buffering going on. Now, I will say this, though. I will say this. When you are out here as a guy who is single, free to do whatever it is that you're doing, you have the opportunity to make the right choices in the women that you impregnate. Because if you don't, you're going to find yourself in a very bad situation. And like I was saying with 50 Cent and his situation, he's in a situation with a woman, well, he was, that tried to extend child support after the son graduated high school. Yeah, I know he's saying, Brim. I didn't realize it until I read it for like the third time. I got it. Appreciate it though. 50 Cent had to deal with a situation where his baby's mother tried to extend child support for like another 2 years, from the time he was 18 to the time he was 20, to cover his college costs. Did he go to college? Did he go to college? I don't know if he went. All I know is he was on Instagram dissing him all the time, responding to him. He's very much so like more and more like 50. And you got women, man, they will be, you'll fund their whole lifestyle for 18 years. After that, they're still looking for more money. When it gets close to that, Michael Strahan's ex-wife did that. Michael Strahan's ex-wife went to court after the daughters are teenagers. She's living in a whole nother state. He paid this woman millions of dollars. Plus, he's still paying her child support. But she went to court to revise it to get more money out of Michael, because Michael started to make more money outside of his football career. He was making more money on TV. He was on a couple different shows, man. Michael has completely financially put himself in a very good spot after that pricey divorce he went through back in 2008, I believe. This woman comes back almost 10 years later wanting more money. I did a video about that too. And that's what happens. And these guys are putting themselves in these situations, man. You just never know what the mindset of these females are going to be if they feel scorned, if they feel wronged. They're going to make you pay for it. They're going to make you pay for it. I just hope you guys understand that and are prepared for that. Now, when you're young, you're in your early 20s, you're not thinking about that. You thinking to yourself, well, she got her own money. She ain't going to need mine. But bro, when a woman is scorned and upset, she's going to want your money too. That's what's going to make her feel better. That's what's going to make her feel better. You going out here and protecting yourself is the best thing you could possibly do. But the fact that this was planned, it was something that she had planned. This was something she cooked up. I don't think he wanted to have a kid with her. I just think he wanted to have relations with her as much as possible. And when a woman is in that mindset of wanting a baby, she's probably willing to give it to you whenever you want it. And that was okay for him. But you gotta understand, man, it's not every situation is a good situation. It's not every situation is worth you putting yourself through hardships of being an ex coming after you for money. You don't want to be that guy that gets ran over in court because now you're making more money than your baby's mother. Yeah, she may have money now, but is that situation going to stay, especially if you're not with her? Because it's clear he don't really want to be with her like that. And if he does get back with her, it's because she's using that child against him. Or she's attacking him on social media. A lot of these guys are not very social. They don't take being blasted very well, especially by their ex-girlfriends. I know I have spoken about certain things about certain guys, man, and they've reached out to me because they just could not take people speaking about their situation. Look at the little baby situation with the adult film chick. He's DMing her like, yo, what are you doing? Didn't you sign that NDA? These guys are not going to go back and forth with nobody on social media. That's not who they are. So with her doing what she's doing, she may have gotten what she wanted. She may have gotten him back with her, which is probably what she has wanted all along. And that's a very bad way of going about things. Why do you need to go to these links in order to get that guy back with you if you really mean what you're saying? I mean, you're out here making this dude seem like the worst of the worst, right? You're making him seem like he's the worst of the worst. But you probably would do anything to be in a relationship with him again. You said it yourself in the text messages that you posted publicly. Nobody had to go and dig them up. You posted that. And you talk about how fortunate and grateful you are that he chose you. If y'all want to talk about a pick me, but then, that's the mindset of women like that, man. You could tell it could be part of manipulation. Women who are very savvy, especially when it comes to men, which I'm sure she is. She's been in the industry around a lot of these different guys. As long as she has, she understands them. She understands how to speak to them. She understands what makes them tick. This is why a lot of these guys get in the situation they get into, because they don't understand. These women are very advanced in the way that they're able to play games with you. They are very advanced. So when you look at these situations that these women put themselves in with these guys, can we look at these situations and say it's all the man's fault? He's not doing enough. Can we really say that? I can tell you this. I think a lot of these guys are just
Female
laps are being
mindsets
ran
like
around.
Iggy's is like night and day. You don't know what to expect with some of their unstable minds, which is contagious amongst some women in 2020.
Thanks, Abby. Yeah, and also in our society, man, you got a lot of simps. You got a lot of males who uplift women, and they tend to overlook or underlook certain things, and they get messed up in the game, and they never really are able to understand what's going on, But we are in a situation where you have to learn. You have to figure out what's going on your own. You have to do the research and the work. That's the only way you're really going to be able to make true strides in our society. Obey, yes, there are guys who will date Iggy Azalea. They are. They may not be, your top tier pro athletes or rappers or entertainers, but trust me, bro, she has a plethora of men trying to get with her. She got a bunch of these guys stuck in the freezer. I mean, why wouldn't she? I don't think she's an ugly female at all. I don't know why she wouldn't be able to find somebody else. Trust me, bro. She will find somebody else if she wants to. But see, she wants a certain type of guy. She's picky. She wants a certain type of guy that don't really want her like that. Miss Shaw, why are you in my chat room telling me what to speak about? Why are you even here? Why are you even here? I could be talking about what's going on in Nashville. You will still have people talking about, is this a story? Why are we speaking about this? We could be talking about the election and people say, is this a real story? Why are you talking about this? Because trust me, I have some stories. But y'all want to come here and tell me what I need to talk about. You can leave. You ain't got to be here. Y'all always want to dictate and be a producer. They want to be an associate producer of the content. If you want to be an associate producer, hit that Patreon. You can become a producer. Hit that producer tab on Patreon. Then I will put you in my description box as one of my producers of content. Other than that, you don't have to say anything about what's being said. We teaching out here. We teaching these ladies. What is it? No wedding, no womb. We trying to teach these ladies to stop screwing up. We holding them accountable. We holding this white woman accountable. Can we do that? Can we hold this Caucasian woman accountable? Since we always holding the sisters accountable, can we hold this Caucasian? Can we talk? Listen, can we talk about Caucasian women at least once? At least once, can we talk about Caucasian women? We can talk about Caucasian women at least once. At least once here or there. Can we just talk about Caucasian women? And the effery that goes on. At least once can we talk about the Caucasian women. Y'all don't want us to talk about, y'all want to talk about Miss Shaw? I bet you she's a sister. I bet you that's a sister that is highly upset that we're talking about Iggy. Like with Cardi B. Like, you can't criticize Cardi B without a gang of black females getting upset. Why are you talking about Cardi? And you like, okay. you ready to go fight for Cardi B. Like the same thing with Iggy Azalea, man. I told y'all, who y'all think is thumbs in the video, Dom, whenever I've spoken about Iggy? Who y'all think thumbs in it, Dom? I'm telling you, it's not white women. Well, General, I'm holding Becky accountable because I can, and they won't get highly upset and offended when I do. But yes, we are. Like I am. I'm gonna hold all these women accountable. I don't care what their ethnic group is. I don't care. That matters not to me. You're gonna be held accountable in the eyes of Jaye the Black. All right? That's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do, man. We gonna listen, man. When we need to talk about these white women, we gonna talk about them. Cause these white women are getting out of pocket. If you've been on Twitter, y'all see how greasy these white women be talking to black, especially black dudes who are more conservative or don't have their opinions. Oh, they be talking. They talk a lot of shit. Y'all don't be seeing what they be saying. I do. That's why I have no problem speaking about them. Y'all, I sees what they be doing. So yes, we gonna be holding them accountable. Shout out to Vernon Vernon with the 5 on the cash out. Appreciate it, man. Shout out to Nana.
Sista's coming out the shadows to defend anything you talk about, Jaye. Skull.
Right, Nana. I'm like, we talking about this white woman and y'all in here getting upset. Like, what's going on out here? Like, what's going on? Make sure y'all like the stream, man. I'm looking like, when the last time have I talked about a white woman? I gotta look in the catalog and see when the last time I talk about these Beckys. Cause I know who gonna be upset the most. And it ain't gonna be Caucasian women. I've never really had a Caucasian woman be upset when I've spoken about them. But guess who has?
Complain about Becky talking BM, but then defend Becky's that take BM lol.
Right, Zaki. It's crazy. It's a crazy mentality. It's a crazy mentality. Go look at who's defending her. See, and that's why Iggy Azalea is doing what she's doing, because she's getting a pat on the back from black women, which is sad because those same black women know they don't like her. She's taking all these high valued rappers, quote unquote. They're taking these rappers, and y'all know how much these sisters love the rappers. These melanated women love the rappers. So when they see you with one, they're gonna feel some type of way. They're not gonna say it to your face, but they're gonna feel some type of way. But yes, I'm gonna hold you accountable. I upset everybody equally. I said in the stream yesterday. I anger everybody equally, and I like that. I don't want you to feel comfortable here. If you're comfortable here, then obviously I'm not doing something, because what happens is people get too comfortable. They're not really going to listen to what you're saying. They're not going to learn anything. It might just stop watching. I don't want to become like a complete just echo chamber. I want people to listen to what I'm saying. Just listen to it, because we all have our biases, right? We all have things that we hold dear, and we have things that we agree with and things that we don't. But there's going to be times where the conversation is going to go in a direction you're not going to like. That's just a part of life, man. I just find it weird, the coalitions on social media, the coalitions that exist, But yeah, I like to go in on everybody. Like, I've left no stone unturned. Like, I just like to show what's going on in society through many different facets. I have a video on this channel where I talked about this South American woman. You know how much these brothers love the South American women. She went all the way over there to Switzerland, got with this rich older Caucasian man, and ended up beating him to death. And she was a boxer. She was a boxer. No, not a boxer. She was an MMA fighter. You know, she's a, you know, she's not a black female, but damn it, that story needed to be told. It needed to be told. That story needed to be told because it was a crazy story.
Danielle Bregolier, K.A. Bad Baby, is the next bopper.
Well, you know, right now she's a minor, so I'm gonna withhold my judgment too much on her. You know, but all I have to say is she's following in certain footsteps. She's following in certain footsteps. Nobody to rein her in. Nobody to tell her that, you know, that she's, you know, shouldn't be doing this or that. You know, she's around a bunch of yes people. The only thing that she hasn't done yet is get pregnant. Yeah, but see, these stories needed to be told. She's a boxer. Okay. I can't remember my own video. Well, the video was crazy. But again, we have to tell these stories. No matter what the race of the person is, we have to tell those stories. We have to tell those stories. Yeah, boxer. We have to tell these stories, people, because if we don't, then we sort of lose sight of everything. Iggy Azalea is just like the same women we talk about. She is. Iggy Azalea is like the same women we talk about.
Jaye, do you think singer Anne Marie will get away with it?
Honestly, considering the fact that she's a female minority, she may get some. Now, this depends on if the guy makes a full recovery. They might slap some jail time on her, but she may end up getting a slap on the wrist because she has connections in the entertainment industry. She may get a good attorney, and they may be able to get her from doing any type of serious time, even though she should be in prison for an extended amount of time for literally trying to take a man's life. When you shoot somebody in the head, you're trying to take their life. So you should not be free, because that situation can happen again. It can happen again. Yeah. But yes, like I was saying, Iggy Azalea is, you know, basically is like the women that we talk about. So when you have people say, well, you know, she just, you know, those women are just like the women that you talk about. It's like, yeah, they are. No matter if what race they are or not, you know. We have a lot of wilding ass Beckys out here. These Beckys is wilding. You know, we have the Latinas, they out here acting crazy. We got the Asian females that are just completely, they're starting to follow in the same footsteps. You know, some of them already been there, but some of the other ones are already following in the footsteps as well. You know, they want to be like the melanated women. This is why I don't understand why melanated women feel so insecure when it comes to Caucasian women. You feeling insecure next to a female that has no identity. I seen on Twitter, right before I went live, there's a Caucasian female who has in her she put up a selfie, right? And she has BLM not only in the title of her Twitter name, but she has it in her bio. And if you look at her, she doesn't have like the typical, yeah, she dates black guys look to her. But she looks like the type of woman who will cheat on her white husband or boyfriend with a black guy, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? She looks like she might listen to a little bit of rap music. She tries to fit in. Like, she doesn't have no black scent or anything like that. But you can just tell she will give some brothers some play. Doesn't mean that she's gonna marry them, be in a relationship with them, but she might give them some play. You know. You know. And you should see that all day on Twitter. You see all these Caucasian women talking about BLM and Black Lives Matter, but they have no black friends. They've never helped black people do anything. They see black people as, just, something to be saved or to be used. That's it. Miss Leisha, that's not true. Women listen to me and they will say, well, I have no room to do this and that. People try to act like I'm looking for Miss Perfect. If I'm looking for that in a woman, that's not true. Okay, that's not true. I speak on the behaviors of people because of their behavior. I'm not on here saying that a woman needs to look a certain way, act a certain way. I just asked for women to respect me and what I'm doing and understand that and understand who I am, because I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to waste your time. To embrace their femininity. How hard is it to embrace your femininity? How hard is it to understand that you're with a man, not a male that you need to help or save? So I wouldn't say that, Miss Leisha, I'm looking for Miss Perfect, because I'm not looking for Miss Perfect at all. She did call a troller. Okay, took that back. Men want women who embrace their femininity. They don't want argumentative, crazy, delusional, mentally unstable, depressed, heavy drinker, attention seeker. Nobody wants a woman like that. That's it. We need feminine. We need to make femininity, great again in women. We need to bring femininity to the. No, I ain't gonna say we can't really bring femininity. We need the women to embrace their femininity. You need to embrace it. But that's how it is in Weezy. But you have to impart knowledge into these women that they'll never forget. That they'll never forget, that maybe it will turn a switch in them that will change the trajectory of their life for all time. You're making that spark. We have a bunch of unhappy people. Do y'all? And I've said this. I know I've said this a lot. You have these people who are depressed. They're mentally unstable. They're drinkers. They go and they try to go party their problems away. They're on antidepressant medication. They are lonely. So we really have to look at those things. Iggy Azalea is at that point to where she has really no music career. Nobody really wants to check for her music. I don't know what she's doing right now. You chose a guy that didn't want you like that. You chose a guy that just wanted to smash. That's what that's basically what you got.
I love to run train on some Becky's smiling face with hearts.
Well, Shy, do you, bro? Do you? Good luck with that. Ednisa, okay? Ednisa, she's soft and embracing her feminine side whenever she can, which is always good. Well, Miss Leisha, you can always embrace who you are and don't let anybody tell you any differently. You see, people have this perception of me, which I think is a falsity. I think if people really got to understand me, they will understand that I actually have the best interests of people. That's why I took an interest in what went on politically more so this year than any other year, because I actually have the best interests of people around me. Because if we all prosper, it's a good thing, But when everybody's miserable and upset, it makes everybody miserable and upset. You know what I'm saying? It does. And people have this built up perception of me, probably based off what somebody told them, more so than them actually listening to me or even getting to know me. You know, which is fine, because again, we all learn new things every day. People like the stream. If you've enjoyed the commentary so far, I wanted to make sure I spoke on this. I think Iggy has nobody but herself to blame. How do you plan a pregnancy with a guy who's 6 years younger than you? Well, Alicia, that's what I do. I'm always, putting stuff out here because there's somebody that's listening that may not understand me. They have those questions in their mind, and I'm willing to address it live while I'm here, because I am on my own road, on my own road. And I know what my journey entails. There's certain things that I have been able to embrace, and there are certain things I've had to let go, certain mentality I had to let go. But I think that when you get older and you see certain things, it helps you better make more logical decisions, because I know I was in a situation where I would get a little bit more emotional than rational. But then you find out that if you're emotional a little bit too much, you may end up screwing your life up. Or if you making a wrong decision with a girl, then you may end up stuck with her for 18 years, paying her off, kowtowing to her. That's not a situation you actually want to be in. There's a lot of these guys that, unfortunately, man, they are kowtowing to their baby mothers because they don't want to be put on blast. A lot of these guys don't have social skills. They just want to get along with them. You know what I'm saying? Iggy done had too many niggas inside her. She's a black white woman. Pretty much. She wants to be. Iggy Azalea wants to be like other melanated women. She wants to join the ranks of single mothers by black men. Now she can talk about her ain't shit black baby father. That's where she's at now. She could talk about the ain't shit black baby father now. You know what I'm saying? Now she's in that club. She's a part of that club, and now she can go and complain to everybody about how baby daddy ain't this and the baby daddy ain't that. Mm-hmm. Now she got something to complain about. She tired of answering questions about her music. Let's talk about the ain't shit baby father. Even though you still want to be with him. He could call you today and tell you to shut all that shit down, and you will do it. Because you want to still be with him. You want to be with him in the worst way. And if a dude knows that, he's going to play you. He's going to deal with other women because he knows he can go back to you like nothing ever happened. And these women make it easier for these guys to do that. They make it easy for these guys to run off, smash all these different women, and then come right back to them. They make it easy. She's a part of the club. You are now a sister in spirit. You are, you you are part of that club, that my baby's father ain't shit club. That's what club she's a part of now. And she's been wanting to get there. I guarantee you, when she did that IG live, I knew what was going on. I knew she gonna go live on this guy. And she did, in the dark. She pulled a Cardi B, went live with In the Dark. She went live in the dark,
Appreciate you. Raised fist dark skin tone. Raised fist dark skin tone.
Thank you, Jamia Lewis. I appreciate that. I appreciate you appreciating me. Thank you. All right.
I have to call it a night. Keep speaking truth, Jaye.
Thanks, Marwan. None. Thank you, bro. Good night to you. All right. And I'm going to have to say good night to all of you, too, because I just wanted to go ahead and do this live stream. All right. I appreciate everybody being here. Shout out to everybody that super chatted. I want to talk about this and really give my perspective on this. And the only way I know how to give my perspective on this, okay, because I'm a very logical guy with a perspective that I like to speak on. Even though I have a problem mispronouncing names and saying certain things and reading super chats wrong, like Lil Light. Read his super chat wrong. Because, when you're in the middle of talking, you kind of skimming through, But thank you, man. Appreciate it. Shout out to everybody else as well. It was a good live show. It's a good live show. I appreciate y'all. Y'all take care. And I'll see you on the next one. All right.